Welcome everybody of YouTube. This is going to be a very, very different video. I came up with this video just by sitting here and thinking to myself, like, what even is with me in this world? I know I haven't really made any videos this month at all, maybe like a couple. But this video will be very different. It's going to be a little deeper than usual. So, this all started when I was watching a young Nia video. I don't know his name, but I was watching a video about it where I was watching about the new Modern Warfare 2 game and the fact that there's barely any actual game space on the disc, but I sat there, I commented on the video, a couple seconds later, someone replied. We got into a brief argument. I don't know why he was so aggressive, but he eventually proved why he was aggressive. And after realizing he is one of the problems with the COD community, I started thinking more to myself, like, just, what has our world gone to? It's like no one really tries anymore. It's like I think about the fact that I am a bit mellow, and it is just the fact that all this stuff just stacks on you more and more, especially in my case. List some nice good music that opens my mind to just previous trauma. How many mistakes I've made through my life. What idea that I even have about myself. Why am I so lost? Just about the fact that, am I really even, like, it at all? It's like I think to myself that I could be a superhero, like, I guess I'm the real life Spider-Man, except without the powers. And, am I even a superhero or even a hero at all? If I can't even stand up to, let's say, bullies, you got people outside, people on the internet, people in my family. They like to shove, they like to be aggressive, they like to be intolerable. And the fact that I can't even stand up for myself or not really have much of a spine, not even it. Like, how could I even be a superhero if I can't even fix the problems in my personal life? Because, I have a cat, call him the boy. And again yesterday, or technically last night, the boy got aggressive again. Second time he's done it. The fact that I have to be fearful in my own home and think about personal ways to defend myself. That one just burdens me even more. That I would have to defend myself against someone I love very much. And the fact I can't even really fix anything in my life. I can't really move anything. I don't have any power. And I know the boy sees that too. He looks at me and he knows I'm the weakest on the totem pole. He can't attack his mom because, I guess he's tolerable about it. He doesn't want to attack my dad, who's his granddad, because he loves him very much. He can't attack Timmy or my sister-in-law because they have 3 dogs. So he goes to me. And I always have to tell people that he's smarter than he looks. He may be a 2-year-old cat, but he's got some intelligence to him. Very frightening intelligence. The fact he can see my situation and maybe even read my energy, he probably picks on me because I'm the weakest link. I just, don't really seem to have much power in my life. I just tried telling my brother to be just nicer. Just be like, why can't you uplift me instead of tear me down? He always tells me to shut up, and it's just an excuse. It just feels like being mentally thrown away. People in my life say I shouldn't really change them, but people should change on their own. I shouldn't have to have them change. I've already changed myself. Even one day, the world is telling me that we're not going to change. I believe that one day everything will be better. Maybe even next year or maybe tomorrow. A day where I go to sleep, well, like a bad day I go to sleep on and wake up to a brighter one. The sun's nice and bright. The wind's windy, Can't really think you can describe much wind. Yeah, wind powerful. And it's decent. It's like a perfect temperature outside, between upper 50s to lower 70s. A nice summer breeze and a nice shining day with clouds around it. A day I don't sweat when I go outside. A day I don't need layers just to enjoy the outside breeze. The fact that I can even touch grass, even though not many people do. The fact that I could just walk around and just breathe in general. The fact I have all these things, and the things I don't have, which I still have my mistakes that linger beyond me. I still have those from the past, ones that are coming up soon. And I don't know if I'm even enough. Like, did I piss God off? Is God mad at me? Would I even know if God's mad at me? It's like I'm looking and not looking at the same time. I've already given up. I've just been in my own thing, just probably the reason I don't even make videos that often. The fact that I just feel discouraged every day. It's like I go on YouTube, the world's getting worse, but I want it to be better. You have people being racist constantly. You have the COD community going down the toilet. You have people on the news making stuff up, making problems, having people that still have this energy go at each other, and have people who don't have the energy. It's like I wake up and people have to make new problems. Living in the first world sucks. Hey, you can eat, you can sleep in your bed, you don't have to worry about missile strikes, but guess what? You have to worry about your own neighbor watching something on the news, getting an idea, and bashing your head in with a brick. Even in my own household, it's terrible. I have to either buy a slapjack or use a horn just to get my... just to have self-defense against the cat I actually love. I shouldn't have to have self-defense in my own house. I shouldn't have to be fearful every time I walk in the middle of the night just to get something, that he'll pounce like a roaring tiger and tear my legs up and make me die of blood loss. The fact I have to worry, will my dad die at work? Will my brother die anywhere he goes? Because Timmy likes to start stuff. And just, I don't even know if I even have the mental tenacity to even keep going through. I always think I'm going to snap eventually, but I haven't. Luckily. I'm always scared of the beast that hides in the back of my mind. It's like, maybe that's the thing I'm over-repressing, because as over-repressing does, you end up losing memory. You don't intentionally lose your memory. It's not like dementia or Alzheimer's where the memory disappears. It's just hidden. If I remember hard enough, I can definitely remember it. Like the fact that I took a shower today. The fact I woke up at 6 o'clock and I brushed my teeth, and after that I ate some chicken. And the fact that, like, it's just your whole day is just monotonous. They copy themselves. They're over each other. It just feels like an undying pattern, a pattern you want to break. It's a mental pattern that wears you down. Maybe some days are different. You actually get to go somewhere. You actually get to eat something different. You eat more. You eat less. Maybe you brush your teeth twice. Maybe you do it at night. Maybe you don't have a nightmare for the other day in a row. It's like I sleep and I wake up and it's just not different. The world is telling me no, but I want to say yes. It's like the world says, do not have hope in us. The rapture will come soon. I always tell the world, we do not need the rapture. We only need a positive world. It's just like, the world is telling me it needs war. I just don't know what to do with it. It's like, should I even save the world? I always have those thoughts in my head like, is being a superhero even worth it? Is what I want to do in life even going to matter? It's like, I want to set an actual good example for the next generation. It's like all those older videos where I just yelled at people, told them to kill themselves, jump off a bridge, blow up a house, throw a pipe bomb in your neighbor's mailbox. It just doesn't seem to stack up for me. It's not going to help me in the future. It's just going to paint me as low-tier God. And that's not who I want to be. There's these streamers, there's these people that only spread negativity, that are so entitled, so narcissistic. They're just full of themselves. They only care about themselves. And you have these people, they like learn deep things from other people on the internet. And sadly, the next hour, the next video, they just forget all about it. They don't even have it resonate with them. It's like our generations are doomed to fail. The boomers are sliding into it as they go senile. The millennials are driving the world into a crashing boat. They're just falling into that river of despair. Gen X, technically, they're not really doing anything. They're just letting the world sit by. Gen Z, which I wasn't exactly fond of the thing because, whatever. It's like all these modern generations, they just let this stuff happen. It's like I don't even know what to say. I'm just too lost in my own mind. The music or whatever makes me clearer in mind. Maybe if I talk to people more, I can actually, get my social skills up. Because my speaking ability has been reducing a bit since the fact I lost all those friends in Ludlow. It was good, but I don't have anything to replace it. I don't actually have physical friends anymore, or at least not that many. It's like the world's out to get me, but I don't want it to. I'm just here trying to make a positive difference. I may be making a couple videos, but that's it. I'm stuck in my own trap. It's like I set my bed back in 2019. It's like all the videos that talk about negativity, they always get like 1,000 views. But the times I ever had about like positivity, maybe like even this video is going to get 5 views. It just comes off as different. Every time someone likes to talk about something, maybe they shine light on an actual issue, they just go, sponsor time, and it takes away from the whole video. It just makes you skip through the whole video. You just don't feel anything anymore. It just desensitizes people. These ads are literally getting into people's heads. You have all these issues, and they're so easy to do it if you do it one at a time. But our freaking generation's so conditioned to just mediocrity, they just let it ride in there. You have these games, these movies, all this entertainment, and even actual products in real life, all the quality's going down. Ramen noodles don't even taste good anymore. You go to McDonald's and it tastes like you're eating a Barbie set. There's no quality insurance. There's nothing there. The governments can't even be trusted. The deep state called themselves out. You can't even trust your neighbor anymore, and it just seems the world's going to gloom. What happened to the days where we didn't entertain mediocrity? The fact that every time there would be one problem with a product and everybody got mad. The product would be recalled and there would be a new one. There would be a new product to fix it. Basically then. We always have these faulty things. It's always scary to know. When I buy something new, I don't know if it's going to work or not. What if I buy some? What if I get some new pair of shoes and I jump and they blow out like freaking Fiesta airbags? What happens if I buy a game and it breaks my console? What happens if I buy a console and it doesn't work? It maybe works like a microwave. You just have all this stuff worrying people all the day. And it seems like no one can really chill anymore. I have gotten a lot more mellow than I used to be. I used to be just like this newer generation. Except not in a couple ways, but mostly. I used to be all amped up. I used to be mad all the time. I used to want to fight people on a basis. I just thought to myself, like, if something's going off, then you need to get into it. It's just different. It's like all these addictions and all these mindsets, they're just clashing together. You have all this degeneracy just living around. You had these people back in the day that just make the forestone about what's wrong with society nowadays. In America, it's probably even getting illegal to defend yourself. Woman tries to rape you, you go to jail. Someone tries attacking you, you shoot them, you go to jail. Like, you can't even do anything anymore. It's like you have to look a certain way to even defend yourself properly, or even be allowed to defend yourself. It's like the world everybody lives in is completely different. It's like, before 2010 and before, that world was better to live in. The food tasted great, the weather was amazing, everybody could do backflips and have fun. YouTube was even better. And nowadays, it's all political. Everybody has to talk about politics constantly. But what if I want to talk about Skylanders or Batman or freaking... What if I want to talk about how nice of a day it is? You just have all these people just living on darkness, and it's just disturbing. But even though the world tests me every single moment, it always makes me want to think that I want to die. It always wants me to know that I should be fearful. I should be just not myself. And I try telling them that's not how I work. I just want to be more than this. I just want to be better than I always was. Through being with 10 years of depression and being clotheslined by life, I just want to improve. I want my life to get better. I just want to actually do things properly. I just want my message to maybe even get out there a bit. Have a bit of people look at me and not see me as just bottom scum trash just because I'm white. Not bottom scum trash because I literally talk crap about degenerates. What do? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just too lost to even think, apparently. I'm over repressing stuff, and it's making me forgetful, and I just can't even get it out properly. It's like I have all these issues. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep or have nightmares. Other times I have a nice night. Like, I appreciate the day where I can go to sleep and I actually feel nice in my bed. That I feel nice in my body. That I can even look in the mirror anymore. That I can even look in the mirror and it's even my own face. What if there's no face there? Or if it's someone else's? What if it's something's? It's just different. Like, my life just seems to be built on pain a lot. And I have adapted to it. But every time I adapt to it, my life just goes, no. It's like I'm Peter Parker without the powers. My life just gets worse and worse, and I'm just trying my best. It's like I want people to change for the better, but the world tells me no. I try getting in contact with God, but He says no. I try helping people, and they say no. It's like the world doesn't want to be helped. It's just a disturbing fact of life, ain't it? This would be a very difficult video, different video, deeper video. Maybe I can actually upload a video and not get death threats. Maybe I can even just have attention. Maybe people can look at me. And we seem to be the generation with the least amount of attention and the most at the same time. It's like we don't seem to seek attention from our parents. We seek attention from strangers online. We seem to build connections with people we normally wouldn't have. And that is the beauty of the internet, but it also comes out of darkness. You can text someone you think is completely chill, completely okay, just like you. You meet them in person, they cut you up in your basement. Or in their basement, technically. It's just a very, very different world out there. And I don't want to have to be fearful, and I'm not going to be fearful. I'm going to try remaining as vigilant as possible. When everybody in my life tells me no, I will go, yes. Because when they say about Captain America and about Superman, it's like you have to plant yourself like a tree. When you know you have the traditional ideals, the ideals that have worked for thousands and thousands of years, you plant yourself like a tree, and when they tell you to move, you don't move. You have all these people with weaponry. You have all these people with just venom in their mouth, in their tongue. They have the lashing tongue of silver. They have this magic to them. They have the darkness to them. You just sit there, be vigilant, and just don't let them get to you. Don't let their words mire you in the blankness of your mind. Have your mind be stoic. Have it be golden. Have it stay still. Have your mind be a forward thinking. It's like my generation's slowly coming to its senses, but some of us have already gotten to it. Some people even got lucky and got it earlier. It's like these SJWs, they're the worst group to have arisen lately, or throughout history. They make Nazis look like pacifists. And our generation is now starting to learn how to deal with them. And maybe one day there'll be no longer SJWs. Social justice warriors. You just got a war upcoming. It's going to be different. It's not going to be safe. It's not going to be normal. All those rules will be thrown out. The Geneva Convention will be ignored. All the rules of warfare will be ditched out. There may be nukes, there may not be nukes. It just seems tragic out there. Okay, guys, but finishing off here, I'm sorry if this video seemed kind of dark or deep or different, but on the brighter note, I have a little screenshot that shows off like just how dramatically my views went from the last 3 videos. It's like 6 to 12 to just a lot, you know? just different. It was just different. But I got 240 subs, and I'm actually happy that people actually gave my channel a chance. They went, you know what? I haven't seen this channel before. Let's watch his videos. It just warms my heart knowing that I actually have fans out there, and that people would actually give my channel a chance. Not many people are that grateful nowadays. Guten Tag. Adios.